today?
Oh, I'm thrilled to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Well, I was talking about you prior to you coming on, and people want to know more about trails in their own community. So let's get started because for people at home, what are some of the easy ways for them to find the right trail where they live in their community?
Well, and I love that question, the right trail for them, because there are so many multi-use trails all across the country and right here in Texas. There are 40 rail trails across the state, lots of places to get outside and explore. But what you're looking for might be different. Some people want a trail that's really immersed in nature. Some people want a trail where they can hop on their bike, hop off their bike, have a snack, have a beer, have an ice cream. And RTC's Trail Link platform is an incredible tool to help people figure out what's right for them or just discover new local trails in their community. It includes maps, it includes user reviews, it includes information about kind of the different amenities that are on the trail so that you can plan your adventure wherever that might be, whether that's, you're getting a few steps in before work or you're looking for a really fun, Saturday or weekend excursion.
What about the new people to trail? Maybe you've moved to a community or you've moved to that part of town. How do you find that new trail or that first trail and you're not all stressed about looking for it?
Yeah. Well, TrailLink is such a resource for that because you can it's a mobile app, so it's on your phone. You can look at where you are in a community and see the trails that are around you. You can search for maybe, especially when you move to a new place or you kind of discover a new area, maybe you like to fish. And so you want to look up like what trails are people using to get to the best fishing spots? What trails are people using that are a little bit more like gravel? That's like the big thing these days. What trails are people using because they get, right into the suburban areas, the libraries, the stores, etc. So TrailLink lets you search for keyword information. It lets you learn from user reviews and figure out just kind of what's the right space for you, whether you're just getting started or you want to kind of refresh your routine.
Okay, that leads in, segues into this great question from, where is it coming from? Instagram. The poster said they're not a trail walker, but they love to picnic. Any ideas how they find the right trail?
Oh, absolutely. I love that question so much. There, so many of our trails actually intersect with parks or community spaces. So when you're looking for a trail, think about, oh, are there green spaces nearby where I can kind of get off the bike or stop the hike and just enjoy the space, whether that's a picnic. I do that all the time. I'm in the Washington, D.C. area. I do that all the time with my kids. We kind of make a plan of like, we're going to go to this spot and we're going to do something at that spot and then we're going to go home because it makes the trip that much more enjoyable for them to know that they have a destination that they're heading to. So TrailLink's a great tool for that. I think also your community information sources, whether that's Parks and Rec or otherwise. And you can kind of piece the parts together of, what are the things that I can do here or what are the things that I can do there. And I would encourage folks that April 25th is Celebrate Trails Day. It is a national moment. It's a chance for us across the country to just lift up all the ways that trails make our lives and our communities better. And that's a great day to go find a new trail, try it out, see if there's, a picnic opportunity, a fishing opportunity, something that you want to try to do. But Celebrate Trails Day is all about making it clear that trails make a huge difference in our lives. They bring joy, they bring impact to us and to the communities where we live. So I'd encourage everyone, mark that on your calendars and think about whether that's a day to give that picnic a try.
All right, there you go, poster. There's your answer. Before I let you go, I'd like to know about this year marks 40 years of Rails to Trail Conservancy. How you guys are celebrating?
Sure. So 1986 is when we opened our doors. And what makes this year even more special is that the 40th anniversary is aligning with America 250. And it just creates this incredible opportunity to put into perspective how trails truly have, in the last several decades, become part of the American experience. Prior to 1986, there were a handful of multi-use trails. The idea of walking and biking in our communities was really new. And I think in Northeast Texas, you have some really incredible examples of the evolution of this work. The Northeast Texas Trail, which is just outside of Dallas, not too far actually, is a great example of how trails have evolved. RTC was part actually of the early efforts to acquire that trail in the 1990s. And now they're working on connecting 130 miles of recreational trail for the whole state. And it just shows how, once you start to build this and you start to see the connections, people get really excited about it. And that's what we're celebrating for our 40th anniversary and for Celebrate Trails Day.
Well, happy birthday, and thanks for stopping by and letting us know about the birthday celebrations and how to get out in nature more. Where do we go online again, even though you've told us? Where do we go?
It's okay, railstotrails.org. That is going to be your one-stop shop. You can get details about Celebrate Trails Day. You can access that TrailLink app, and you can learn more about trails in Texas and the work we're doing all across the country.
Brandy Horton, Vice President of Communications. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.